movie, how's this work out for you? How's this movie end?
So, I have thought
What's the goal here?
Well,
are those two different questions for you? Is the goal and the perfect ending two different meanings?
The goal is to make things better and to at least figure out if fighters are independent contractors or employees and give them the chance to unionize if that's what they should do.
You're trying to clear up the muddy water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the main goal. For me personally, I still want my fight. I want that last fight on my contract.
In the UFC.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll want to keep going with them after that. You know, it takes a lot to gear up knowing that there's potentially attacks coming at you from all sides. Even though, like I said, everybody's nice. I like everybody. It's still going into a place where I know someone's trying to get something over on me.
It's bigger than you. It's bigger than those people we mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes beyond that.
Yeah. So it would be really nice to go in there and to get my next fight or even to go to another promotion and then get to fight like maybe Bellator or Risen or even PFL's got that $1 million thing. No, I haven't talked to anyone.
Are you just kind of waiting to see what the UFC does?
I would like to act like I'm being really intelligent about stuff, but to be completely honest, I was just shattered for a week.
That's not being. No, you're kind of letting the dust settle and then making a. That's probably better than making some irrational move and just because you want to fight and get back in there and you don't want to lose the limelight and trying to then you sign this big contract Bellator and UFC's like, whoa, fuck man, we're gonna give you your last fight what you wanted, Mm-hmm. So I think it's. I don't know who your manager is, or you said you fired a bunch. Maybe that lawyer. I don't know if that's the best route to go, but that lawyer, you could, I'm sure, Scott Coker, Scott Coker, you work for them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, PFL, Ryzen. I'd talk to the lay of the land and then make your decision. I think it's being smart. Mm-hmm. I'd been worried if I read in the headlines last week, Leslie Smith signs 12-fight deal with PFL. Like, god damn. What you're doing is the right move.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's not stupid.
That.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at it like that.
Well,
most people jump in because they're scared because they lost their gig, It's like, I have to have something.
That was audio from Below the Belt. We're live. Brendan Schaub and Leslie Smith speaking on Leslie Smith's situation with the UFC. To make a long story short, ladies and gentlemen, Leslie Smith was preparing for a fight. Her contract was running up with the UFC. In preparation for that fight, the girl she was supposed to fight didn't make weight. As you know, if you don't make weight, you don't get paid. They paid her show money, the win money, and she decided to use that as leverage to negotiate a new contract while simultaneously trying to start some sort of fighters union. The UFC wasn't happy about this, and instead of doing what they usually do, giving her a shitty fight, they let her go. And a huge problem that Brendan Schaub had about this was the fact that they let her go during the Me Too movement, during this whole Greg Hardy debacle with the UFC, particularly Dana White's Contender Series. They let her go abruptly, even though she wasn't the person in the wrong here. She was just trying to use leverage to negotiate her next contract with the UFC. Now, many people question her strategy. I don't know about that. I'm not a fighter. I can't comment on that. But the fact that the UFC let her go during the Me Too movement and they signed Greg Hardy to a Contender Series contract, I think this could spell disastrous marketing for the UFC. If this story came out in its whole propensity, I think this could be terrible for the UFC, right? More so now than ever because of the Me Too movement and because MMA is growing exponentially within the female community, man. I think more and more people are starting to see its relevance within everyday life, Take the best boxer in the world, Floyd Mayweather, whoever, right? Put him up against an amateur MMA fighter. I will bet 9 times out of 10 that amateur MMA fighter will win. If that's not enough proof that MMA is legit, I don't know what is, right? As for Leslie Smith, I smell a fire cooking, and the UFC is the pig to the slaughter. They're getting burnt off to this man. But let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.